Welcome back everyone to Mystic by Colette, the channel dedicated to helping you empower yourself, rewrite your story, and claim your I Am. My name is Colette Mesdag, and I am an intuitive guide and the creator of the Mystic Empowerment Cards. This week our theme is It's Too Early to Quit. And I want to talk a little bit more about the cards that come up afterwards, but right now we're going to get right to the reading. All right, so the cards are set, ready for the big reveal. And our theme, again, just as a reminder, is too early to quit. So this is that confirmation when you're feeling like it's time to quit or giving up, and something nudges you to continue. And this is supporting that message. So the first card from the Mystic Bliss deck, I am intent. And then the phrase is focus and your dreams will come true. So how appropriate is that? The aspect of keeping focus, not being distracted by the things that are potential curveballs. Yes, they're going to happen. It depends on how much energy you put to them. And we want to focus on the things that perpetuate forward movement. So focus your intention on the things that are positive, because there's always the tendency, I don't know if it's human condition or what it is, but I've noticed many times that you could have 5 people say how amazing you look one day, or that your particular idea is great, or you've done a great job, but one person, just a small whisper of somebody criticizing or commenting to the opposite, and for some reason we pay attention to that one rather than the 5. We always put the energy towards the negative. Is that because we expect negative and we expect to fail, therefore we want to quit? Or is it because we're just afraid and we're looking for excuses? So shift your intent towards the more positive energy and paying attention to that. Also, go within sometimes, because if you think that outside messages are coming through and saying it may be time to quit or detour or whatever it is, be prepared to go within and check in to make sure that that is the direction that feels natural to you, or if that's outside influences. So there's that whole energy of focusing into the crystal, which I feel represents the spirit of the person who's receiving this message, and being focused on the heart energy, the gut energy, the core of who you are. Okay, so we're going to move to the next card. Perfect. I am strong, number 33 in the series of the Mystic Journey cards. And it is a mother card, therefore water energy, about healing, going with the flow, allowing yourself to move around the obstacles rather than being stifled by them. So it's too early to quit. There's always more strength than you actually know you have. So this card is reminding you that you are strong, that you do have a focus, like, what's coming through is that it is a time of exploring how strong you are when you are challenged and you feel it might be a block that might be the one that shuts you down. But it's too early to quit. Usually when it gets really challenging is when you're just about at the top. I just got the picture of a train, the little train that could, I think I can, and you get to that very steep and you start to think, okay, maybe I can't, but push that little bit more because you're just about there. It's just gotten that much harder, that much steeper, because you are just about there. You are strong. Be reminded of that. The imagery in here has a blade, some building material such as blocks, and every bit is important. So even the struggles can be important. So think about that. It's actually where things are a little rougher and uneven is how those stones actually fit together best. So if they were completely smooth, yes, smooth bricks are important, But if this is just for the visual here, we want to talk about how they fit better because there's a roughness to it. So those are the things that you're building on. Some of the things are smooth and wonderful, and other things are just a little rougher. Okay. I'm all over the place today. It's kind of fun. A gypsy. We've had gypsies a lot recently, and I want to point out in this particular case, both of these images, actually, the first one has a crystal, and the very same crystal is used in this one here. 5, 6, 10, maybe even 10 years apart when this one was actually originally photographed from this one. But the idea is that that energy of that clear quartz is what's coming through for us. When you... Okay, so I don't know what happened just there, but I lost my audio for part of this taping. So I'm doing a voiceover. So with regards to this part here, I'm going to continue speaking about the gypsy card I am deciding, and hopefully it'll be as good as what I originally had. The staff I want to mention here because the element of the staff speaks about support and reaching out and knowing that we do have our tools on hand, and that will help us when we're stressing out and feel like it's time to quit. So don't be afraid to ask. Element of the gypsy here. Oh, there you go. I was mentioning the staff right there, and the blade. But with regards to the gypsy, it's about non-attachment, releasing, letting go, which is the other symbolism of the blade. And this card is from the Men of Magic deck. Because it might just be that little extra nudge or effort, but it could be that you need to break away from negativity, cut away from the things that are holding you back, and then you could make it to that next peak and come over the top. Now, this reading feels very complete and very quick. We're going to go back to the other camera. I'll probably review a little bit and try to get a little bit more focused on that for you. But for the most part, I don't think there's a whole lot to be added because it does feel very complete. We'll go back to the other camera and we'll talk some more. I like these cards this week. I found them to be quite powerful. So we're going to review, and we're going to start with the first card that came up, which was from the Mystic, there we go, the Mystic Journey deck for healing and transformation. And this card is I Am Intent. So there's a couple of elements that I may want to review here, which is the water and the rocks, with regards to how water is moving around the rocks, and that when you come to obstacles and you feel like quitting, allow yourself to be more fluid and move with the lay of the land. Take a look at what's happening. Quite often, and I've said this many times before to people who come to me for card readings, is that when they are reaching this point of frustration and stress, more often than not, they are just so close to where they're supposed to be to succeed. So it is too early to quit. Focus your intent, as this card reminds you, why you're doing it, and be prepared to do a little bit of maneuvering around the obstacles that are coming up and frustrating you, okay? Our second card reminded us of how strong we are, and it is I Am Strong from the Mystic Journey deck for healing and nurturing. Don't forget to allow any healing to happen for you to get to a point where you are feeling strong. So sometimes it may mean that you're not quitting, but you might have to take a short break, kind of like the first card image indicated, is to allow yourself to move with the, with the rhythm of what's happening. Okay, it's not quitting, it's rerouting your energy, and you are strong. This card reminds you. Stay focused. As a warrior card, stay focused on what you're fired up about, and be very keenly aware of the depth of your strength. Okay. Our third card is I Am Deciding from the Men of Magic deck. And I Am Deciding, just like last week, is a gypsy. Now with the gypsies, and it's funny how this one here is Too Early to Quit, and last week is Do Dreams Come True, and both times the gypsy came up. And we do need to remember to let go of expectations as to timing, let go of things that are making it feel heavy rather than fun. Dreams and goals and aspirations shouldn't make us feel heavy. So relax, release, and be prepared. There's a blade in this image, just a very small prop there, that does speak about elements of cutting away what doesn't serve. And the very, very bright orb that he is holding is just leading the way towards, like in a sense, trust your gut, and sitting in that area. And I think the other element, and I can't recall if I mentioned it in the reading itself, that I do want to mention here is the staff. When you feel drained, ready to quit, just remember that you don't have to do all of this alone. There is support for you, as the staff reminds us of. So be just that little bit more willing to reach out for help. Gypsies are also about the element of the tribe or the community and how you can lean on these people. Okay, so you probably have someone you can talk to that can help you and work through some of your concerns and fears as to why you feel like quitting. Just take precautions before you go into that mode. Ask and inquire. All right, so this week we don't have any announcements other than the usuals, which is, don't forget that you can book me for card reading. You can book me for card of the month messages if you wish as well. And the show was quite great last week. So if you did make it out, I hope you had a lot of fun, because there was a lot of really great vendors and tables there. So once again, thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next week. I hope that you share, subscribe, and let's grow this page. Thanks.